Hello, Macomb, and thank you so much for joining me on my very first podcast, Red, White, and Blue. Today, I'm going to be speaking with you about my trip to City Hall today, where I got to sit in and listen on issues concerning Macomb, Illinois. Some of the issues that they spoke about today was the EV charging stations, amending liquor license, new businesses, public works director, and so much more. But Macomb, I want to speak to you about something called the Shovel Site Ready Plan. What is the Shovel Site Ready Plan? Well, I sent an email out a couple of days ago to all our city aldermen, the president of Western Illinois University, the mayor, the economic developer here in town, Kim Pierce. Basically, I believe that Macomb is ready to compete with other cities like Burlington or Peoria, Quincy even, for major manufacturers to come here to Macomb. It's funny, I hear the train, and that's exactly how we're going to do it. That train that you hear is the Burlington Northern Santa Fe. That's right, Burlington Northern Santa Fe. We call it the BNSF line. It's the railway. That is the largest freight railroad network going through North America. And ironically, it has direct access through Macomb. That paired with a site that has 150 acres ready to receive major corporations like Dixie. They make all type of cups and plastics for your picnic area, or if you just want to throw away some cups and you don't want to wash dishes. Also, major paper factories. We can bring that right here to Macomb. What's stopping us? Well, today at City Hall, we had a very special guest. We had wastewater management. It is directed by Alice Ortherman. I hope I'm saying that right. Alice is our director of public works, and she was in attendance today, and she and her waterworks family had just got approved a grant through our Senator Durbin's office. So I want to give a great congratulations to Senator Durbin's office and just congratulate him for giving us that. Thank you, Senator Durbin. We appreciate that. Anyway, she was in attendance, and she was looking for, and she got a motion carried for Public Works to approve the equipment of $796,000 and wastewater $785,000. So yes, that may seem like a big number, but in the long run, that helps the citizens of Macomb. Before receiving this money, they had a backup sewage problem. It was right near me, actually. It was on South MacArthur Street. South MacArthur Street runs parallel to West Adams Street. So the water was backed up, and we had to use places like Hollister and other companies to help clean up that water. So now that Senator Durbin's office have granted us that grant, we're able to use our own. Macomb is able to carry their own. So that's wonderful. But for major manufacturing corporations to enter our space, that'd be great for us. It would be great economically. And I don't believe that it will hurt other businesses like NTN Bowers or other manufacturers we already have put in place. If anything, that will take off the financial burden off of them, because they will not have to pay as much. It'll be somebody else offsetting that cost that they normally would have to pay. They are everywhere in Macomb, and they've been here in Macomb forever, I think since the start of Macomb. And so we really appreciate NTN Bowers for that and sticking with Macomb. But in incorporating other businesses, major manufacturing corporations, that would develop Macomb. And so I'm all for that. And so I sent that email. One of the hurdles in doing that, as I said, is the water. The water here, the water system here in Macomb is going to be a burden. So just a little tidbit. According to Macomb Economic Development, Macomb water system has an excess capacity of 1.4 million gallons per day, and wastewater system of excess capacity of only 0.8. So if we were to invite major manufacturers, they're going to need 2, maybe 4 times that amount in order to do their job here. So what I am proposing, or what I've proposed, is the shovel ready plan. I think we call that the I'm going to get the right certified shovel ready site. So have sites already shoveled and ready to receive those manufacturers in, so we can compete. And we have things here put in place in Macomb where we can receive them. We have, like I said, the BNSF line. That's an advantage to us. We also have Western Illinois University. Surrounding cities next to us, they have private colleges, but Macomb has a state university that offers programs in supply chain management, engineering, business, the list goes on. We also have low cost of land here. Major surrounding cities with developed industry period, their land and tax rates are a bit higher, as it should be, because they've been in business longer. But Macomb will not only offer a lower advantage in land, but we also will offer, because we're just getting started in this, new equipment, new output, new everything. As other surrounding cities, they've been doing this longer, so their equipment is a little aged, but ours would be brand new to them. So that's a peak of interest that major businesses and corporations will look at as an advantage when it comes to Macomb. So that was discussed in email, wasn't actually discussed in City Hall, but I wish it was. They discussed it a little bit when they talked about, see what they talked about. They talked about adopt ward map. So they are going off the consensus of 2024. They are right now, since they've gotten my email, researching what lands they have available. So that's good. It's a good direction. That means that they not only saw the email, but they're doing something about it. And that is great for Macomb. I don't care if it came from me, if it came from the city mayor, Mike Inman. It's a turn in the right direction for Macomb. I've always believed in Macomb, and I invested in Macomb, brought a property here, and it's a shame that it could go to waste. Land values are low just because we don't jump on the ball or strike while the iron is hot. So that's a good thing that the current administration is doing. They're looking into this. They're trying to find sites that are ready to receive those manufacturers. So that's wonderful. Let's give a hand clap to them. Wonderful. And so the next thing that was talked about is Mayor Mike's imminent plan for he wants to build a multi-million-dollar sports complex. That's right, a sports complex. I get old sometimes. I forget. But a sports complex, I gotta say, I'm not 100% for it, but you should see the look on his face. He's so excited. He gets like a little twinkle in his eye from mentioning the sports complex. Usually a sports complex comes when your city is already up and going, when the city is not in decline. It's like putting the donkey before the horse when the horse is stronger. You want to build a stronger city before you decide to have a sports complex. Why? Because a sports complex is only one place, one part of Macomb, one enter and exit of Macomb that it will be placed in. And all the other exits, and Macomb has a lot of exits and enters. They won't get as much exposure. And so I that's why I personally do not agree with it, but the current mayor is so excited. So since he is excited about the sports complex, I thought, why not have an addition to the sports complex? Currently, right now, Everly Park. I talked to the new director. He just got his job last year. His name is Director Severs. And Director Severs, I came to his office. I spoke with him about a zoo or maybe a safari park. And we circle back to what it would cost for our water system. The water system, waste management, it cannot be congruent with animals waste and human waste. Animals waste is highly acidic, very, very heavy, and it would damage our pipeline. And we don't want that. So we'll have to have a brand new. And so where we're at with that idea is we are going to research how much all of that would cost. And he's agreed that he would write out any grants needed for the project, which is great. He's so excited about it. And the Everly Park is outside of the city of Macomb. When I say that, I mean that the city of Macomb is a separate entity from Everly Park. So that's great. Whereas that it is privately, kind of privately owned, and that way, far as restrictions or any type of red tape we have to go through is different, because it's not a part of the city's. I mean, it is and it isn't part of the city's park. So we'll have to navigate through that, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And so I'm just excited because when I first introduced Red, White, and Blue podcast, I was telling you guys, my audience, that things that I wanted to see happen in Macomb. I wanted to see a ice skating rink, or a roller skating rink, or both, at the abandoned Macomb Inn. And I've been emailing, I've been calling, and I drove by, and guess what? They're fixing it up. So that is amazing. They are fixing that area up. So I'm really, really excited about that. There you go. And I don't know if they'll be making it into a skating rink for Macomb citizens, but we'll see. I also said that I wanted to have a zoo or a safari park right in Everly Park, and this new parks director is also excited about that, so that's wonderful. And then I also mentioned, in addition to all of that, that I wanted to turn the old Hager Pottery Barn into a dog park. So I'll have to check back and see if we got that grant. We're supposed to know if we got that grant end of June, early part of July. I just have to call back on that. But things are moving. Things are moving in a great direction for Macomb, with a little push, a little email, a smile. Things are moving in the right direction, and we got this, Macomb. We are not where we were, but we are going to the future with something different, something new, and something positive. So let's go, Macomb.